I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide, but unify.
When Joe Biden is sworn in as the 46th President of the United States, he'll be facing perhaps greater challenges than any president since the Second World War. Here are the top 5. Democrats will be aware that their failure to flip the Senate will bring big problems for President-elect Joe Biden. Although Mr. Biden has a long history, first as Senator for Delaware and later as Vice President, of making deals with the Republican Congress, this Congress is a little different from those he knew before. He's friendly enough with the Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell.
Our next president will need to unite the country, even as we all continue to bring different ideas and commitments.
But many other senators came in under Donald Trump. They're much more polarized than the ones that Mr. Biden knew in the past. And in many of his policy areas, I'm thinking taxation, climate change, gun control, healthcare, they're going to do everything possible to stop his progressive agenda. When Joe Biden beat the left winger Bernie Sanders to the Democratic nomination, the liberal wing of the party reluctantly swung behind him. Figures like Elizabeth Warren campaigned for him, and Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, known as AOC, were instrumental in getting the youth vote out.
I am proudly voting for the Biden-Harris ticket.
Now it's time for payback. They will be pushing for action on their key policies such as a Green Deal, affordable healthcare, other matters like gun control, fair taxation. They're going to put Biden under a lot of pressure because they see him as being too quick to cut deals with the Republicans and too eager to water down any kind of progressive agenda. Most former presidents, even those turfed out of office after only 4 years, go quietly into a dignified retirement. Not Donald Trump.
If you count the legal votes, I easily win.
There is nothing in the Constitution preventing Mr. Trump from running again for the presidency in 2024. We could well see him going around the country, stirring up anger and discord as he holds those rallies that we've become used to. Even if he doesn't want to run again, he's not going to go quiet. Expect to see a lot of Mr. Trump over the next few years on Fox News, sending out those Twitter barrages, and that's going to make life difficult for Mr. Biden as he seeks to carry out his aim of bringing the country together. No president taking office while an out-of-control pandemic continues to rage would have an easy time of it. Mr. Biden faces an uphill task as he seeks to beat back the virus, which is infecting Americans at a rate of 100,000 a day.
I'll immediately put in place a national strategy that'll position our country to finally get ahead of this virus.
On top of that, he takes over from an administration which actively discouraged people from taking basic precautions like social distancing, wearing a mask, and also told local areas in virus hotspots not to lock down.
Relax. We're doing great.
On coronavirus, as with so much in America, there is deep division and polarization. As a direct result of the pandemic, Mr. Biden takes over an economy in crisis, leeching jobs at an alarming rate, and with small business, the backbone of the economy, in dire straits. There are signs of optimism. Before the pandemic hit, the economy was doing pretty well. The stock market was booming, and that meant that Americans' 401ks, their pension pots, were doing very well indeed. But getting the economy through the next few months until a vaccine is found or the virus is beaten back will be a tall task for Mr. Biden.